Golden Tigers fans, get ready. It's time for buckets, blocks, spills, thrills, steals, and slams. Thunder! Tuskegee basketball is next on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Now, let's go courtside with the call. Here's Charles Ward.
And we're live inside Chappie. James, glad you could join us for our coverage on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Golden Tigers basketball just ahead. Charles Ward, Dwayne Walker with the play call. And Walker, as we talk about women's action, the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee coming in on a roll.
Yes, sir, definitely. They're on a 4-game winning streak, Charles, coming off a huge victory over the Magicians of Lemoyne Owen. So let's see where we go from here against a tough Spring Hill club tonight.
This ball game, the part of the final 3 of the season for Tuskegee. This was the final one at home. How important are these 3 coming down the stretch for Tuskegee?
Well, the 3 games are important coming down the stretch. Also important for 3 seniors, Charles. Ariel McElroy, along with Samaya Abdul-Rahim and Michaela Malik, all seniors. So they say things come in 3s, Charles.
Well, we'll see if they do. They're looking to get all of them off early in this ball game for a win. Let's talk about Tuskegee. They come off of that win, as you referenced, against the Magicians of Lemoyne Owen. Got a great performance out of Sine Bobbitt, but that team really is starting to gel as we get closer and closer toward the tournament.
They are in big performances like Sine Bobbitt off this last game, coming off a 14-point, 14-rebound performance, Charles, that was good enough for SIAC Newcomer of the Week. And we have other players that are playing well right now. We talked about Samaya Abdul-Rahim. She's really come on as well. She's one of the top point getters right now for this club, averaging 12.4 points per game, along with Brittany Boland.
Of the 3 we're talking about to finish the season, all eyes are penciled in on that Kentucky State ball game coming up next week. But you cannot overlook this Badger squad at Spring Hill as well.
No, you can't. Dan Pressel's squad, although they're only 5-11 in conference, they've lost 4 out of 5 games, but they are coming off a victory, a 70-63 victory over Lane College. And they've got a ringer that I want to tell you about, Charles. Her name is Marta Duda. She averages 15 points per game, as well as 9 rebounds. She's also the team leader in blocks, averaging over 1 block a game.
So that's one of the players the Golden Tigers will have to keep an eye on this afternoon if they want to take it to 5 in a row. We'll see if they can do that after this timeout. Basketball just ahead on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
And welcome everybody inside of the pregame show here at Chappie. James getting set for Golden Tigers basketball on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. We're joined in the pregame now by head coach Deontay Wester of the Lady Tigers of Tuskegee. I'm sorry, Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. I know you're tight on that. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Coming into the ball game today against the team you played early in the year in the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, you come into it with a 4-game win streak on tack. But you're coming into it also as you start looking at that picture for the SIAC tournament. 3 ball games remaining. How important are these 3 to win for Tuskegee?
Like I said, always, we just take it 1 game at a time, and our focus now is tonight. So after tonight, then we'll go ahead and look at the Central State and Kentucky State. But tonight is Spring Hill. Well,
you played this team before up in Mobile, won at 64-55. Coming away from that ball game, what about your thoughts for this contest and how you get that same result this afternoon?
I think we moved the ball really well the second half in that game, and we were able to get some clean open shots and was able to defend. So we're going to try to get that started off from the start to look to go and play inside out again like we did, because that kind of like sealed the deal for us down there.
And the ball game you just won here at Chappie, James, against the Magicians of Lemoyne Owens. Good performance there. Got that double-double out of Sine Bobbitt, and a lot of the cast really contributed to that win.
Yes, they've been working hard every day in practice. We're just working to get better on ourselves, focus on the little things we need to do to make the game a little more easier. So every day they've been going and working hard. So they was a big factor. So tonight, we'll see if they bring it again tonight.
Well, you got 3 players that are going to be on the floor for the final time here at Chappie. James, your thought on the trio of seniors graduating?
They are really going to be missed, but they have done a lot, especially Samaya and AMAC, able to carry us a little bit. So we're looking for Michaela to go ahead and finally have her breakout. So hopefully tonight is the night going on into the tournament.
Hopefully it's number 5 in a row for the Golden Tigers as they get set to beat the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. That's just ahead on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee University's founder, Booker T. Washington, said, "Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way." At many universities, big classes are common. Not at Tuskegee. We have small classes with a 14-to-1 average student-to-teacher ratio. This formula for excellence ensures individualized attention. You get to know your professors, and they get to know you well enough to recommend you for internships, research, graduate programs, and job opportunities. Small classes, big impact. It's all part of educational excellence at Tuskegee University.
Season for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee as they get set to meet the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill in basketball action. Tuskegee coming in at 14-6 overall and 11-5 in SIAC play. And the Badgers of Spring Hill 5-15 overall and 5-11 in SIAC play. They are currently 7th in the West, Tuskegee 3rd in the West. Take a look at the starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Yolanda Nelson, the senior from Gulfport, Mississippi. She averages 6.9 points per ball game and 1.4 steals. Joining Nelson, it'll be Kellen Hunter, the freshman from Mobile. Hunter leading the team in assists at 3.5 per ball game, currently 7th in assists per contest. Tiana Smith, the sophomore from Daphne, Alabama, will get the start. She leads the team from behind the arc at 35% three-point shooting. She'll be joined by the redshirt junior from Poland, Marta Duda. Duda on the season, 15.2 points per ball game, leads them in rebounds as well as 8.8 rebounds per outing. Claudia Garrido, the junior from Barcelona, will start for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Garrido, 7.4 points per ball game and 2.8 rebounds. So the 5 for the Lady Badgers: Nelson, Hunter, Smith, Duda, and Garrido for head coach Dan Priesel and the Spring Hill Lady Badgers. Now the starting lineup for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. They feature a couple of seniors in this lineup. Ariel McElroy, the senior from Bolingbrook, Illinois, had a chance to meet her parents right before the ball game. Correction on that, AMAC had some fans here as well. But we met with Brittany's parents before the ball game. But AMAC on the season, averaging 8.8 points per ball game and leads the team in assists with 3. Samaya Abdul-Rahim, one of the seniors for Tuskegee. Samaya, one of the leaders on the team shooting the basketball. She and Bolin tied at 12.4 points per ball game. Samaya, 3 assists per contest as well. The senior, Michaela Malik from Houston, Texas. Michaela at 4 points per ball game and 3.3 rebounds per outing. She will be part of the starting 5. So will the junior from Trophy Club, Texas, Brittany Bolin. Bolin tied for first in field goals, 12.4 points per ball game, and she also leads the team in minutes logged per contest. And rounding out the 5, it's the junior from St. Louis, Jasmine Manuel. Jasmine, 6.2 rebounds per outing, leads the team in field goal percentage and free throw shooting for the Golden Tigers. So it's McElroy, Abdul-Rahim, Malik, Bolin, and Manuel for head coach Deontay Wester. She's in her first year. Tuskegee 14-6 and 5-11. She's assisted by Montel Jones and Aisha Walker. Walker?
Yes, sir.
We've got officials for this ball game, don't we?
Yes, we absolutely, positively do. We've got Sharika Brown, we've got Ronald Adams, and Thermiles Flowers. A lot of Flowers will be here tonight, Charles, on senior night.
Good call. Nice start. Tuskegee with the basketball first. They're half of the flow. Just underway here. Final home ball game of the season for TU. Entry pass, Manuel at the block right side. This is Malik trying to get her going early, the senior. Left that one short on the cylinder, though.
Oh, Malik tried to aim that ball into the basket instead of using the backboard on that.
Michaela 17 games for her during the course of the season. Missed a couple there with an injury. But back out on the floor. Half-court set now for the Badgers. Up top with the basketball, this is Duda. Now Smith inside the defense, whistles on that play. She penetrates in between Jasmine and Michaela. And they'll call Michaela for the personal.
Tiana Smith's going to step to the free throw line for the Spring Hill Badgers. Just taking a look at some of her numbers, Charles. She's a very good free throw shooter. In fact, she's the leading free throw shooter on this team. Let me see if I have this correct. No, she's at 64%. Check that. That honor goes to Claudia Garrido.
Garrido, right, all right. We're on the same page. Now, if I could just have my pen back, I think.
All right.
Just take everything. So the Badgers with a 1-0 lead. Bolin in the corner, back of the cylinder on that shot, deep in the corner. Leads to a run out by the Lady Badgers. Up the floor, Duda, left side, missed on a lay-in. Tuskegee back the other way, trailing by a point. Malik down at the block, left side to the rack. Michaela falling to the floor, got a rebound, tossed it back over to Jasmine, and Jasmine had it tapped out of bounds. How about Michaela going to the floor early here, Walker?
Yeah, extraordinary effort there by Michaela. She tried to get her shot off, tried to pivot into the lane to get a shot off. A little off balance, fell to the ground. The ball bounded right back to her, and she got it to her teammate, Jasmine Sullivan.
Bolin right side, she got it to the cylinder and knocked it down for Tuskegee.
Charles Bolin getting rolling early with a litany of fans here, Charles, from Dallas, Texas, visiting.
Yeah, a chance to meet her parents right before the ball game, and her grandfather and grandmother. Roller left side is good by Hunter, the freshman from Mobile.
Wow, Kayleen Hunter, just a freshman, as you mentioned, Charles. She used to go to camp at South Alabama. The little kids basketball camp, Charles. We'll get more to that in just a second.
Jasmine trying to get to the rack right side. She does, but she missed on the shot. Duda clears, leads that team in rebounding. Left side shot rejected at the block. Bolin challenging. And they're going to get double B for a first foul of this basketball game.
Charles first on her second team foul, but getting back to the free throw shooter, Kaylin Hunter, Charles. When Dan Pressel took over the Spring Hill program, he got in on the scene late. As a matter of fact, all the players on the team, he didn't even have a chance to see. The only player he had ever seen was Kaylin Hunter, only because he had watched her attend camps, basketball camps, when he was an assistant at South Alabama for 10 years.
Interesting how sometimes programs and players cross. And both free throws are good by Hunter. There are a lot of different paths that players take to get to the schools. Interesting one there for Hunter. Half-court set now for Tuskegee. Amack with the basketball outside now, trying to see if they can't get her going early as well. She'll slide right side. Entry pass, Jasmine in the paint. Jasmine across the lane and lost the basketball. Hunter back the other way now for the Lady Badgers. Floater inside the paint by her. Correction, that's Nelson on the inside. And she can't convert. Brittany back the other way. Amack works it behind the arc. We're at 7:13 left, first half. Michaela at the block, goes inside to Jasmine. Draws the double team, but works her way right underneath that and got the basket.
Charles, fancy footwork by Jazz Emanuel as she works her defender down and then simply glided by her with the footwork for two.
Tuskegee set in that zone, that full court press after that basket. But across the line, Nelson now foul line extended with her jumper, creased the rim. Amack will run that down in the corner. McElroy works it out front. Second team all-conference player. Amack over to Jasmine. Foul line extended, jumper there. Jasmine on target again.
And Charles, that was right in her wheelhouse, about 14 feet away from the basket. No hesitation there. She puts in her fourth point of the game.
trap by Tuskegee now as the Lady Badgers working across the timeline. Garrido from way out front and knocked down a long one.
Muy bueno, Claudia Garrido. 3. Charles, we're going to have a Garrido sound off, I think, here.
But we're working on it. Boland pushes. She misses. Manuel got the rebound, creased it on the front cylinder. 8-6 lead for the Lady Badgers. Tuskegee took care of the Badgers in Mobile on January 31st.
A game that Coach Dan Pressel would love to have back. He said they just simply didn't put the ball in the basket enough and made too many mistakes.
Shot there behind the arc. The rebound comes to Nelson, though. They'll have another look. 5:35 remains first half. Tuskegee trails by a field goal. Nelson, left side, jumper, good.
Okay.
Challenged Matt, and she knocked down the jumper way out front.
Charles, Yolanda Nelson, she tore her PCL in December of 22 and was out 6 weeks and came back January 2023. Never heard of that.
PCL?
Yes.
Did you look it up?
Look, man, the girl told me a PCL. Who am
You
I to
just try
argue
to
with
act
her?
like you knew what it was, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I actually did try to. Let me see here. Yes, PCL.
Meanwhile, Nelson gets another field goal for the Lady Badgers. 4:50 remains first period. Come to a timeout here inside Chappie James. Tuskegee trailing at 12-6 to the Badgers. Back with more basketball after the break.
Hi, I am Lily Lanier, president of the Tuskegee National Alumni Association, and you're watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Thank you.
Home, where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own.
Welcome back, everybody. Dwayne Walker along with Charles Ward. 4:50 to play in the first quarter. The visitor, Spring Hill, Charles, with a surprising 12-6 lead over a Tuskegee Lady Tigers program, Charles, that's only lost once here at home. 8-1 so far here at Chappie James.
Trying to take their win streak to 5 if they can close this ball game out this afternoon. Last time they played, Tuskegee 38% from the floor. Only had 1 3-pointer in that ball game, but they lit it up from the free throw line at 74%. And just as Coach Wester was referencing in her pregame comments, it's a ball game that they really were able to play inside out in that contest. They got 34 points in the paint in that ball game. They got 17 points from the bench in that win over the Lady Badgers. Full court pressure now for Tuskegee. Across the floor, Nelson has it.
Charles, Jaden Bullard now in the ball game for Tuskegee. We've seen her in a couple of ball games so far this year in the second half of the year.
Good to have her back out. It's a strong defensive player for Tuskegee. Bullard in her 4th ball game. Floater, Nelson left side. She left that one short. Duda underneath. Too far underneath. Jasmine comes away with the basketball. Boland left side to Malik. Michaela works off of a screen by Jasmine. Bounce pass across the floor, throw it right over to Nelson.
Telegraph that one, Charles.
Indeed, it was Hunter on the steal. Garrido checking on the inside to Duda. Duda left side to the rack and got a lay-in.
Charles, she caught that ball inside the lane, turned, and shot putted it into the basket. First 2 for her.
Yeah, indeed. Had 14 points and 14 rebounds the last time they played at Mobile. Jumper out front by Boland. This one's off the mark. Garrido clears for the Lady Badgers. Hunter across the floor. Jumper out front. That one's knocked down by Tiana Smith.
She's got 4 early points with 3:10 to play. 17-6 now, largest lead for Spring Hill in this first quarter.
Right side Malik. Up top to Jasmine. Bullets, and they are Bullet, that is, with the basketball. Back across to Bobbitt. Bobbitt behind the arc for three. Bingo by Bobbitt, coming off of the bench.
No, Bobbitt coming off a SIAC Newcomer of the Week honors. She continues to sizzle.
Indeed. Had that 14-point, 14-rebound outing to get that honor, but later in that week, she also had another double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds in the win over the Magicians.
Hey, Charles, that was textbook by Tiana Smith, why you shouldn't just stand there and watch her field goal attempt go. You should go and rebound the basketball on a miss, and she did exactly that.
Out front, Boland with the basketball. Double B, foul line extended, jumper won't fall. Hunter back the other way for the Lady Badgers. Here's Nelson's got a free streak to the cylinder right side and got to lay in.
Yeah, Charles, got to get a timeout right here. Yeah, got to get a timeout right here, Charles, to stop the bleeding. Nelson now has 6 points, but more importantly, it's a 12-point lead now for Spring Hill with 2:01 to play in the first quarter.
Take a break here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Hi, I am Lily Lanier, President of the Tuskegee National Alumni Association, and you're watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Thank you.
Back inside, Chappie James. Tuskegee breaking away from the huddle after the timeout. Got some work ahead of him, trailing 21-9 with 2:01 left, first period of play. Glad you could join us on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Charles Ward, Dwayne Walker here inside Chappie James for the final time this season. Final home ball game for Tuskegee. McElroy across the floor now. Over the Bullet. Head fake in the paint. Bullet floater to the glass, missed on it left side, but got a rebound inside the paint. Pushes back outside. Amack on the move. Ariel's floater, back of the cylinder. Boy, had a good look there, wouldn't stay.
Multiple chances for this Lady Tigers program.
Nicole Blanche, the sophomore from Sarasota, Florida, out on the floor now for Coach Presley and the Lady Badgers. As is Amira Harris. Down at the block, Duda turns right side, missed on the shot inside the paint. Abdul Rahim at the baseline, and she is fouled.
Charles, believe it or not, that's the first whistle that has been blown against Spring Hill. So they've done a nice job of playing tough defense, playing discipline on both sides of the court.
Ariel Thompson out on the floor now for the Lady Badgers. She replaces Duda in their lineup.
Amira Harris caught that last foul charge.
Raheem backpedals, under 10 to shoot.
I was trying to combine Charles, charge, and call. All
boy.
the same word.
Basketball over to the Badgers. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, no question. And Charles, the officiating crew, they're going to hold things up right there, an inadvertent whistle.
They set that shot clock back to 30. 21-9 lead for Spring Hill. They defeated the Dragons in Lane College just before coming here to Tuskegee. Down at the block, hard push Harris, right side, missed on the shot. Rebound cleared by Bobbitt for Tuskegee. Up the floor to Amack. Now to Samaya on the move, head fake, good pass on the inside, nicely done there. Basket on the inside, Alana Roberts after the assist from Samaya Abdur-Rahim.
Roberts making her first entry into the game this last minute of play in the first period with 5 seconds to play.
Blanche out front, fires a three-pointer. That one's off the mark. Correction, that's Kun on that shot, and Kun cannot connect from outside. So we come to the end of the first period of play here inside Chappie James, and it comes with Tuskegee trailing at 21-11 to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Take a timeout on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
I am Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief Athletic Director, Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
You know, as men, we often put off our own health care. It's not going to happen to me, you know, or I don't have time for that, or, you know, my dad didn't do it, so I'm not going to do it. We're too busy working, too busy doing other things. We have to talk about what's healthy, making good decisions and making good choices, whether that's food choices or exercise. If you need to take medication, taking the right medications. It's important that men get those regular checkups and then listen to their doctor's recommendations.
Conference there out on the floor between Coach Westbrook, Coach Walker, and a couple of the officials as we get set to go into second quarter action.
Oh, yes, Charles. In the middle there, you have one of the best in the business, Sharika Brown. She is the referee in charge today, speaking with the Tuskegee assistants right now. Sharika, she heads the officiating association in the Atlanta area, where she is an assigner. Very good official.
Yeah, taking a look at that trio early on.
Oh, yeah.
4-ball game getting started.
In little running things, Charles.
Yeah.
She's with Atlanta Area Metro. It's an officiating association in the greater Atlanta area.
Out front, Hunter with the basketball for the Lady Badgers. They lead it by 10. On the move now. Garrido inside the paint, shots off the mark. Rebound corralled there by Bobbitt. Up to Samaya, right side Amac. Whistle, travel violation there, back the other way.
Charles, I am not surprised at how pesky Spring Hill is. They may not have all the talent in the world, but they are willing to work hard on both the offensive and defensive side of the court.
9:26 left first half. Hard push left side, shot left short by Hunter. Out of bounds and over to Tuskegee.
So, Charles, who do you look for in this situation to really get things going? I'm looking at Samaya Abdur-Rahim to pick it up here.
Yes, sir, no doubt about it. They need a push. She's delivered all season long. She'll work it left side on a weave over to Bullard. Abdur-Rahim at the block to go to Alana. Alana tried to reverse lay that one in, missed on the shot. Good defensive work by Duda on the inside for Spring Hill. Now Garrido, slide past Duda, left side, missed on the shot. The Spring Hill team really runs the floor well here, Walker, not getting a whole lot of results. They do lead it by 10, but a couple of missed opportunities on some open lay-ins for them.
Charles, they're fleet of foot. They're very slender, maybe not bulky, but definitely helps them in getting up and down the floor with efficiency.
Amac with the basketball, gives it over to Bullock. Now down at the block, Bobbitt. Sine, hard push there, try to get it in the corner and threw it away. Garrido took it away, and she will come up the floor now for Spring Hill. 8:30 remains first half of play. Jumper out front, Hunter, air ball. Abdur-Rahim, let's see if she can push here. Samaya, right side. Nice pass down at the block, Alana. She's in too deep, has to push to Amac. Amac for three, back of the iron. Just cannot get that cylinder open for Ariel. .805 left first half. Nelson on a cut. Now Hunter. Now Duda squares right side. Smith to Duda. Awkward looking three-point shot there by Duda.
She shot puts that thing up there when she gets it, Charles.
Samaya works off of her screen at the block. Nice cross dribble there and drew the foul on Duda on the inside.
There's Samaya Abdur-Rahim, Charles, recognizing the situation. The Lady Tigers have gone cold over the course of the last few moments in the game, so they really need to get going. And Samaya averaging 12.4 points this season to co-lead the Lady Tigers, Golden Tigers. Takes it upon herself to get it going.
Shooting here, they call that foul on Nelson, Walker, instead of Duda on the inside. That's Nelson's first. Said it was non-shooting, so right on the cylinder for Tuskegee. Out front, Amac handles. At the block, Jasmine whistles inside.
Ooh. Oh, you said it wasn't on Duda. That one was on Duda.
Yeah, that one's definitely on Duda. So that's her first.
Just the second team foul here in this quarter.
Tuskegee to re-rack it again. Out front to Amac. Tripley Trinity Layton set to come in next at ball for Tuskegee. Entry pass, Manuel drop step on Duda. Doubled inside the paint, nice bounce pass across the floor to Roberts, and Roberts finishes with the lay in her second field goal.
Jasmine Sullivan really showed patience in delivering that basketball across the lane to an open Elena Roberts.
Yeah, that kind of situation really kind of warrants itself as a player panics there. They wound up getting that 3-second violation because they just didn't carry it all the way through. Got enough time there to get the pass across the floor. So Layton out on the floor now. She'll replace Jaden Bullard. Trinity with her first spot of duty this afternoon. Last time the teams met, Trinity 6 points and 2 rebounds. Duda pushes out front with the pass to Smith. Smith underneath the defense left side. Alana Roberts going to be guilty of a foul there for Tuskegee.
Crafty move there by Tiana Smith. All she did, Charles, was recognizing Roberts was there with her arms outstended, and she just simply rose up into her outstretched arms to create the contact.
Yeah, sometimes you can do that very thing or get yourself to the free throw line. Smith missed on the first. Same result on the second. Jasmine clears, outlet pass to Amac. On the weave, Trinity Layton with it out front. Entry pass inside, Roberts whistles there, trying to catch up at the back of that play. Was Tiana Smith, the sophomore.
So now foul starting to rack up in this second period against Spring Hill. And now that lead, which was double digits as high as 14, I believe, Charles, either 13 or 14, is now just 8.
Back the other way, though. Nelson with a run out for the Lady Badgers. Floater inside the paint. Good defensive work there. Tuskegee picks it away at the block. Good transition defense to get that basketball back with 6:35 left first half. Amac slides right side. Entry pass, Jasmine on her way to the hoop, and a whistle on the inside.
Oh,
See if it's Duda.
Ariel McElroy delivered that basketball at precisely the right time. Jasmine Sullivan, wow. Jasmine Manuel came up to set the
all over the place.
I didn't know if you're going to catch it or not. You didn't react, and then you kind of thought about, wait a minute, he screwed up right there. It ain't Sullivan, it's Manuel.
I got to point that out, right? It's my job to point that out.
I can't let that slide. I was going to say, Charles, that Jasmine Manuel came up and set a pick, which created a mismatch against Kaylin Hunter, and McElroy delivered the ball precisely at the right moment to help draw that foul for started to do it again against Manuel.
They give that foul to Kunn for the Lady Badgers. Well, out front, 3-point shot there, way behind the arc. That was off the mark by Blanche, but the backside rebound to Hunter. And the Lady Badgers with another look. We're at 6:05 left first half. Abdul Rahim anticipating there, almost coming away with a swag. Swipe, turn around back the other way. Well, they do say it goes out of bounds off of the Lady Badgers' far side.
Yeah, I wanted to see if they were going to ask for some help on that, but Nicole Blanche did not refer to the referee to see what he thought, the other referee.
Roberts over to Samaya. 5:50 left first half. Tuskegee steadily grinding here, cutting into that Lady Badger lead. Trinity, good move by her in the paint floater. She left it short, got her own rebound, too deep under the cylinder, and that blocked her shot.
Oh, the initial shot got blocked?
No, the first one she missed. Got
her
own
travel?
rebound.
Is that a travel?
I think she may have.
Intentional shot.
Touched her, yeah.
Gotcha.
Left side, Amac got a spinner to fall, and she gets her first field goal of the ball game. Let's see if that gets her going.
4-point lead now by Spring Hill, slowly chipping away.
In the corner now, Kunn on the move, up top Garrido. Duda, right side, slides through the rack. An ode to Duda Day there. Good shot by her inside.
Okay. I like that, Charles. Second bucket by Duda.
23-17 after her move at the baseline. Tuskegee back at the block to Jasmine. Squares, jumper. Jasmine tried to bank it, but missed. Hunter clears. She'll run the floor left side. In the corner, Garrido for three. Rattled it good, and a basket. Boy, oh boy. Deep in the corner.
Second three-point basket for her, Charles. She's got 6, and she'll have an opportunity to expand on that by making it a rare 4-point play. When's the last time we saw one of those, Charles?
It's been a while. Might be on tack for one here. 4:39 left first half. Tuskegee trails 26-17. More basketball ahead on GTSN.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Home ball game of the season for Tuskegee. Senior day here. Some of the players for Tuskegee we recognized here at the intermission.
Charles, not only the players, Charles, we have young ladies on the cheer squad who are also celebrating here on senior night. Isley Sinclair Cameron out of Sewanee, Georgia. Alexandria Lauren Hayward out of Los Angeles, California. Kiara Smith, Phoenix, Arizona, also being honored today.
And Garrido hits that free throw to convert on that 4-point play, Walker, we were talking about just before the break.
You like saying that name, don't you, Charles?
Yeah, kind of rolls off your tongue. At the block, speaking about rolling inside the paint, Roberts there, can't get it to fall, but a whistle at the block.
Roberts once again making her presence felt inside as she has, Charles, in recent games. She's been one of those contributors here late down the stretch that has contributed to this run.
Out front, double B out on the floor. She'll handle the basketball. Boland slides right side. Jumper right side by double B. Now I can't get that one there. Duda clears for Spring Hill. Out front, this is Blanche. Rattled and missed on a 3. Boland pushes for Tuskegee. Spins left side, back out front to Samaya. Samaya on the move. Underneath the defense, whistles on the penetration. Calling a foul on Blanche.
And Charles, I know it was just a 4-point game, 21-17, but Spring Hill has expanded its lead now back up to double digits, 10.
Yeah, Tuskegee had a little run there, about a 3-minute stretch where they really had cut into that lead. Samaya at the line here. And she knocks down the first free throw. Got her. Was that her first point of the ball game, Walker?
Yes, sir, Charles.
73% from the line, 15th in the conference coming into today's play. 1 of 2 that trip from the line. Rebound, Lady Badgers under 4 remains here first half. Down at the block, Duda, left side, can't convert. Jasmine took a shot to the face. She's still back on the other end of the floor. Samaya, right side, a runner, and a whistle.
Charles, I think what you were referring to, we saw Samaya Abdur-Rahim drive to the basket before. It looked like she was shooting the basketball, but they called it on the floor. So those were her first points, though, that free throw last time down. Jara Jang checks into the ball game, freshman.
Jara really logging some quality minutes for Tuskegee. Last couple of ball games. Not much in the stat column, but those are small incidental things that she does on the floor leads up to big contributions for her and Tuskegee. Samaya.
Yeah, misses that one, Charles. That's weird for her. Let's see if we can get her going. Trying to get all of the seniors going, Charles. Truth be told, sort of sluggish for all the seniors to begin this game.
3:30 remains first half of play. Tuskegee trailing 27-19. Down in the corner on the move. Now this is Kun. Pushes back out top. Garrido for three. Missed on that shot. A rebound to Abdur-Rahim. Samaya with the quick step now. Middle of the floor. Cross dribble right side. Back out Bolden. Up top Bobbitt. Tried to bank it up front. Missed there. On the floor, Tuskegee. The work on the inside has been very effective. Kind of mediocre from behind the, just out on the field of play though. There's an anticipated steal there by Samaya. She'll go right side and gets the lay-in for Tuskegee.
Samaya Abdur-Rahim made that look easy. Why? Because she got her arm into the passing lane and deflected that ball towards her basket, chased it down and scored the 2-point layup.
2:45 remains first half. Let's see if Tuskegee can make a push before the break. Garrido underneath the defense. Runner is off the mark. Here comes Abdur-Rahim. Samaya. Foul line extended now. We'll try to reset here with a pass to Double B. Bolden, right side. Up top, Jara. Jumper from there. Missed on the shot. Perhaps not the Golden Tiger they wanted shooting from that point on the floor.
No, Charles, but it was an uncontested open look from 17 feet away. Maybe not used to shooting it, but hey, I see her practicing pregame, so I'm going to grant her that. See her working very hard before these games, Charles, getting shots up.
Garrido on a half-court set now for the Lady Badgers. 2-minute mark, she goes underneath the defense and slid in between two defenders for Tuskegee for the basket.
She looked like Glyrito on that one, Charles.
Like that, yeah.
She went smoothly into the lane.
You talk about glide. Look at Zane Bobbitt gliding up underneath the basket on a reverse lay-in for Bobbitt.
2-point basket for her to go along with that long-distance three. She's got a total of 5.
We're down to 1:35 left first half. Garrido, good head fake there. Got Samaya in the air. Now underneath, and she'll be tripped, and they're going to count that basket as well. Garrido with a good hard step on that penetration right side.
Yes, sir, Charles.
If we got a replay of that or not. It's good work by her at the sideline.
Charles, she's into double digits right now, and I got to tell you something, Charles. She's a very crafty player. She plays with a high IQ, as you can tell, able to draw contact, able to create her own shot. I've been thoroughly impressed.
Yep, you're right. Able to move that basketball.
She's shrugging her shoulder right now. She's injured, heading to the bench.
What did they do? Did they call that off? Looks like they took those points off.
They did, Charles.
On the entry pass, Blanche in the corner to Duda. So at 1:29 remaining, they wipe off the two from Garrido.
Still a 6-point game now.
Duda slides past the defense to Jara Jang and got a lay on the left side.
Wow, do the right thing with the left hand.
I like it. Spike Lee reference, huh? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Bolden had it tipped there, but it'll be run down by Amac near the mid-stripe with 60 seconds remaining in the first half. Amac, boy, she's being bugged there. They're going to call a foul on Jara Jang. I guess it was Blanche trying to get through that screen of Jara out front. And they got Jara for the foul. I thought Blanche was kind of holding on to Amac, but you can see why now. And she was trying to fight through that screen by Jara Jang. Jara with her first.
She looks a little like Mars Blockman on that one, Charles.
At the block. Down at the block, it's Thompson with the point there for the Lady Badgers.
Charles, remember that Michael Jordan commercial where Spike Lee played Mars?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Bolden jumper, got it. Yeah, I mean, the reference was there. I knew where you were all along. Sometimes you doubt me, so I know you expect me to say something to verify that I know what you're talking about, right? You're such a cultural icon, and it's hard for me to stay up with you.
Charles, it's social media age. You need to be validated. I need to be validated.
Talk about validation. There's Brittany Bolden running back on the other end of the floor for Tuskegee with a steal. She's fouled. She'll go to the line.
Yes, sir, Charles. Chased down there by Jalisha Mann, but Jalisha Mann a little too late, a little too physical. First personal on her, 14 foul. No, correction, 15 foul. We'll get a substitution now. Jasmine Manuel will check into the game, replacing Jang. And Bolden will step to the free throw line for 2 attempts. First one on the way, good, yeah. Sorry about that, Charles. I thought you were
Napping, as usual.
taking a mental break.
Doesn't take much for that. Boland got them both from the line for Tuskegee. 6.3 seconds left. They've at least cut this lead to under 10 as they head toward the locker room, which is a good sign of being at least under double digits. Basketball will stay with Spring Hill with 1.2 left first half.
Who's your option right here, Charles? Either Duda. There's a shot.
Hoisting, boy, good look there on the turn by Harris. Not able to convert though. At the intermission, it's the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill with a 33-27 lead over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. We'll take a break here. We'll take a break here and come back and do the handle that piece of business, Eric. I heard you. We'll do it after the timeout.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Take a look at the screen there. That's a shot of the city of Savannah, Georgia, which is where we'll be gathered here starting on March 3rd. Actually, a live shot from down in Savannah.
Eric Taylor, boy.
Taking us live down to the coast.
Man.
Yes. SIAC basketball tournament from Savannah, the Tiger Arena on the beautiful Savannah State University campus. A great place for the tournament. And actually, they're splitting it this year, Walt. They're going to do all of the regular tournament games except for the championship ball game, and that'll be moved to that new Enmark Arena down in Savannah.
Oh, that's right, Charles.
So,
the minor league hockey team plays there in Savannah. A beautiful facility as well, I might add.
Take a look at our standings as we're talking about the SIAC tournament just around the corner. Our concern on the western side with Tuskegee bolted there in the third position. And we were kind of looking at that earlier today, Walk, on our way over, thinking that that's probably where they're solidly going to land as it relates to that third spot, given the two teams that are ahead of them in the conference and the teams that are below them. No one really, not unless Tuskegee just implodes at the end, that anybody can catch up with them from the bottom up, but they can't move up any higher if they don't get all three.
Well, Charles, with 3 games left, Lane can't catch him. Tuskegee's already beat Lane. And then the teams ahead of them, they split with Miles. They beat an undefeated Miles team that was 12-0 in conference. And then, as far as Kentucky State is concerned, they've already beaten them, but they will play them next week on the road.
So right now, if the tournament were today, Tuskegee would likely, as we referenced, be number 3, and they would likely not be playing until that Wednesday, I think is what we kind of gathered early on as we had our conversation.
Yeah.
But, see a little cloud cover there in Savannah.
Hey, but listen, I'm just enamored that Eric Tabor covered it. I like it. Well, Savannah's one of my wife's favorite places to visit for whatever reason. Yeah. I think along the boardwalk they got this little candy shop there that she's.
Oh yeah, they do.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Now high is all get out, but hey, you only live once, right?
Sure. It's a tourist town.
Right. With the little brick road and everything.
Oh sure.
In front of the candy shop.
Bring me your money. Bring me your money.
Right.
Beautiful city.
Look at some of these numbers, Charles, from the first half of play. Tuskegee shooting 75% from the free throw line. Yes, you want to see that. Look at the rebounding story. They have a 3-rebound edge. 20-5. Just 20 defensive rebounds. 5 offensive rebounds. And then let's see, we got on the other side, we've got Spring Hill, 17 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. Look at the free throw story. We have Spring Hill. They are 4 of 7 from the line. That's good for 57.1%. 2-point field goals. Boy, they got 36 shots up in the first half of play. That's pretty good. 13 to 36, 36.1% from three-point land. 27.3% on 3 of 11 from the floor. Along the Spring Hill column again, they've got 7 assists, only 3 turnovers. And let's see, off fast break points, they've got 11. Let's see, we've got on the other side for us, free throws, 75%, 6 of 8. 10 of 30, that's 33%. From three-pointers, we're shooting 25% on 1 of 4. Told you about the rebounding story. Look at the assists, 7 assists for Tuskegee. Turnovers in the first half, a total of 8. And fast break points, Tuskegee has 9. All right, our halftime score, Spring Hill 33 and Tuskegee 27. Let's throw it over to Charles World. Charles, are you ready? Oh, we're going to take a timeout with our halftime score, 33-27. We'll be back. You're watching Golden Tigers basketball on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Shiante Wester, head women's basketball coach, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee University's founder, Booker T. Washington, said, "Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way." At many universities, big classes are common. Not at Tuskegee. We have small classes with a 14-to-1 average student-to-teacher ratio. This formula for excellence ensures individualized attention. You get to know your professors, and they get to know you well enough to recommend you for internships, research, graduate programs, and job opportunities. Small classes, big impact. It's all part of educational excellence at Tuskegee University.
And welcome back, everybody. We're live at halftime at the Chappie James Center. Women's action on the floor, but we're turning our attention now to men's play, joined by head coach Benchy Taylor of the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Coach, thanks for joining us at the halftime of the women's ball game.
Always a pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure to be here.
Winners in double overtime a few nights ago. Where is the team as it relates to the gas tank at this point?
Well, lucky for us, we played Monday, so we haven't played since. So I think our legs will be fine. We have 4 games in 9 days, and 3 of them were on the road. Now we have a 5-game stretch in like 18 days. So we've been able to get our legs back and get in the gym and practice with such a young squad. Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to talk to you after that double overtime win. You looked so exhausted out on the floor.
Exhausted.
We were too.
Yeah.
But get your thoughts about the tenacity of your team, the resiliency of handling that win.
You know, up 13 at halftime and led most of the second half. And after about the 8-minute mark, it was a 1-possession game. And we're down 5 in, I think, 28 seconds. And we just don't quit. And we worked out for us and made some shots and got some big plays from Dylan Cambridge. And we're lucky to get the win, actually.
You talk about this, and we talk about it so often since we had those injuries, that you were really kind of platooning that guard spot. And, boy, they really came up big for you in that ball game against Lamar.
Oh, they did. C.J. Whitmore had a great 8 points for us off the bench, and Dylan came off the bench and played well for us. And I think Kasami was 21-19.
Yeah,
so
he got that big
it was a well-rounded game. Kevin scored, the DP scored. Still turned it over a little too much. But we're just a work in progress.
Well, you get some help back this afternoon with Chris Mickens and Chip Culpepper back in the lineup.
Yeah.
What's that going to mean for you as coaching today?
We got to be careful how we reintegrate them. We won 2 games without them. Now, they're both the guys play 25 minutes a game plus for us. So we got to figure out how they can come in and help us right away, both to be coming off the bench. And it should make us deeper. But, kids are so fragile nowadays. So we'll figure it out as we go.
Figuring it out as a team that you played earlier this year at the end of January. You won that one on the road. What's it going to take to duplicate that here this afternoon at Chappie?
Oh, they fought us to the end. It was a good game. We were down 9 in the first half and wound up being down one at halftime. I don't think we defended them great at their place. They got down here a little too much. But we're looking forward to today's challenge.
Trying to make it back-to-back wins. Head coach Benji Taylor and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. That's just ahead on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Thank you.
Hello, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Drayton Florence, 2023 SIAC Hall of Fame inductee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Paul Carney, Tuskegee University Public Address Announcer. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, Tuskegee! This basketball season, shop the latest clothing, gifts, and of course, basketball merch from your one and only Tuskegee University bookstore. Visit us in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. See you soon!
Whether it's at work, whether it's at home, we really want to implement policy, system, and environmental changes that support physical activity. Maybe it's a new playground, bike lanes, walking trails, things that a community can do to make it easier to be physically active and to access healthy foods. All the way from infants to senior citizens, Alabama has a lot going on that's positive towards improving health behaviors for the state.
I'm Reginald Ruffin, your Director of Athletics, and you are watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, Tuskegee fans! This basketball season, shop the latest clothing, gifts, and of course, basketball merch from your one and only Tuskegee University bookstore. Visit us in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. See you soon!
This is Benji Taylor, head basketball coach for Tuskegee University, and you are watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee University's founder, Booker T. Washington, said, "Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way." At many universities, big classes are common. Not at Tuskegee. We have small classes with a 14-to-1 average student-to-teacher ratio. This formula for excellence ensures individualized attention. You get to know your professors, and they get to know you well enough to recommend you for internships, research, graduate programs, and job opportunities. Small classes, big impact. It's all part of educational excellence at Tuskegee University.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go Tigers! We are the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Go Tigers!
Whether it's at work, whether it's at home, we really want to implement policy, system, and environmental changes that support physical activity. Maybe it's a new playground, bike lanes, walking trails, things that a community can do to make it easier to be physically active and to access healthy foods. All the way from infants to senior citizens, Alabama has a lot going on that's that's positive towards improving health behaviors for the state.
I think one lesson from COVID, we saw that people who had uncontrolled disease, obesity, diabetes, they were at risk. So it's kind of like this is a time for people to realize your whole goal should be to have ultimate health. You know, if you're a smoker, you need to stop. If you're overweight, you need to work on that. And I know that's easier said than done. If you have high blood pressure, you need to control it. Because when anything comes that's an insult or a pandemic type situation, you want to decrease your vulnerability by trying to be in the ultimate health that you can be. And I think that's what we should take moving forward.
Set for third period action here from Chappie James. Tuskegee at the intermission, trailing it 33-27 to the Badgers of Spring Hill. Final home ball game of the regular season for Tuskegee. And two more on the road to conclude the season as we get set for the SIAC tournament coming the first week in March. Basketball will belong to the Golden Tigers to get us started here in the second half. Try to get you some of the first half numbers as this third period gets underway. It'll be Abdur Rahim far side of the floor to inbound it for Tuskegee. Brittany Boland, the junior, handles. Ariel McElroy out on the floor, Jasmine Manuel and Michaela Malik, the initial five for Coach Wester. In the corner, Boland free, fires a three. Brittany missed on that shot. Rebound cleared by Duda. And the Lady Badgers, Duda with 8 rebounds in that first half of play. Collects that one for Spring Hill. Hunter down at the block, Duda. Duda right side to the glass and got it to fall. So Duda with 8 points now in the ball game. Just underway, second half of play. Boland slides right side, got some space, jumper right side, and nicely done there by Double B.
Double B, Charles, scored 7 points in the first half, plus 2, that's 9 by my book. 35-29, speaking of nines, Charles, just under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Garrido to Duda in the paint. Awkward shot by her inside. It's tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Badgers of Spring Hill.
She's got that Jamal Wilkes thing going on, Charles.
That seems to be a little bit beyond Jamal. Yeah.
As long as it goes in.
Yeah. Out front man. Not much on style. She'll roll it right side to the glass and paint it over Abdur-Rahim.
Charles, that was styly right there, that basket.
No doubt.
That was a little scooper loop there by Jalissa, man. First points of the game for her.
Abdur-Rahim left side now. Tuskegee trying to get his first field goal of the second field goal. That shot by Boland's off the mark.
Boland has the only other field goal for Tuskegee so far this half.
Duda inside on Jasmine. 13 to shoot. They work it around the horn. This is Kellen Hunter, the freshman, with it. Off of the screen by Duda. 7 to shoot now. Back to Duda. Pushes a 3. Hit the back of the iron on the shot. Amac runs that down. 3-on-2 break if they can take advantage of it. Amac back to Boland. Brittany on the move in the paint. Floater there. Can't get it to stay.
Charles, the Lady Tigers did not do a good job on that. They had numbers 3-on-2, but they didn't fan out to take advantage of the break.
Nice call, Walker. All kind of floated to the same side of the floor there. You want to get that spread as much as possible. Out front handling the basketball to Smith. Now she's on the move in the paint to the glass. Missed on the shot. Good contend inside by Malik and Manuel on the inside for Tuskegee. Abdur-Rahim underneath the defense, right-hand side with the floater, and Samaya is good for Tuskegee.
Beautiful body control by Samaya Abdur-Rahim. Only scored 3 points in that first half of play. Let's see if she can get lit this second half. She's got 5 now.
Half court set. Spring Hill with it. Hunter, top of the key, jumper there. on the iron, but it's tapped around and tapped over to Smith. He was waiting for an easy lay-in right side.
Boy, Tiana Smith has really been present so far in this game. She's got 8 points already, but really she's doing it on both sides of the floor.
Abdul Rahim now up top. Michaela, three-pointer, got it for Tuskegee.
Charles, where has that been? That was gorgeous by Michaela Malik for her first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, I had a chance to square up on that one. Knocked down the triple. 6:14 left, third period. Garrido now trying to work off of a screen by Duda. Duda, right side all the way to the glass. Missed on the shot, good roller by her, wouldn't stay down. Now they fight for it on the floor underneath the cylinder. Earl says that it belongs to the Badgers of Spring Hill. Alana Roberts, Jaden Bullard, and Sine Bobbitt out on the floor now for Coach Wester. So Coach Penny going with her first subs here in the second half of play.
Charles, nice to see the starters get it going there towards the end of that sequence with all the seniors scoring right there.
Out front jumper, Hunter in the right corner, missed there. There's one of the seniors, Abdul Rahim with the rebound. Samaya, hard push, right side. In the corner, tried to leave it there for Robert to let her too far for the turnover.
Charles, it doesn't matter when the Golden Tigers get in this situation where they might be trailing in the second half, and you don't ever sense like any panic. You know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling. Don't get me wrong, but even though they're not showing maybe a lot of energy right now, you still don't feel like they're out of it. You always feel like they can turn that switch on and get back into it and take the lead. That's what they've done all year long, except for a couple of occasions.
Really relieved to hear you say that, because anytime that you say that, they are able to actually come back and get into a ball game and win it. As Garrido goes inside the point there, inside the paint for a lay-in.
Double digits now for her, Charles. She has 11 points on the ledger.
Inside Bullard. Left the short, clip shot short. Got her own rebound. Pushes Samaya. She'll take a step closer to the basket. And that one spins in and out of there for the senior from Texas.
She had to take that shot, Charles, because Bullard still was hanging out in the lane. Would have been in danger of a 3-second call if she didn't get that shot up.
Duda at the block. She lost it. It's loose on the floor. Hunter will run it down for Spring Hill. And we run down under 5 minutes left in the third. Hunter trying to create that foul on the inside. She did, and she'll go to the line after the lay-in.
Kylan Hunter, Charles. She went out hunting on it. She was hunting for a body, and she got it. Watch this. Watch it. Watch her lean in right here. I'm going to create contact. Brilliant.
Nice call. Timeout on the floor. Hunter will be at the line when we return. Tuskegee trailing 43-34. More basketball on GTSN after this.
Hi, I am Lily Lanier, president of the Tuskegee National Alumni Association, and you're watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Thank you.
Home, where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own.
Back live here inside Chappie James on Senior Day. Tuskegee recognizing senior cheerleaders, senior players, and there, Dwayne had to talk to this young lady coming back after the intermission. That's Jasmine Manuel's mom. And she said that every time we say something good about Jasmine, she texts Jasmine right after the game to let her know. So let's say something good about Jasmine right now.
What them folks are saying about her, huh?
She was kind enough to express her thanks to us for our coverage of Golden Tigers basketball.
Charles, I got to tell you, shouts out to Athletic Director Reginald Ruffin for helping making this vision come to pass, because you really get a sense of what it means to these student athletes as well as their relatives, Charles, who don't get an opportunity to see them like they once did in high school. And so it's all part of the student athlete experience, and you got to take your hats off to Reginald Ruffin and this Tuskegee athletics program.
Yeah, very well said. Absolutely. As Bobbitt, student athlete right, got a lay-in for Tuskegee.
That was actually another B.
Double B with that one. Won't take anything from Brittany there.
Yeah. I might call the Better Business Bureau on that one, Charles. You had 3 Bs. You had one of them wrong.
That's all right. I'll take those odds. Duda tied up. Now they push it in the corner. Garrido drains another 3 for the Badgers. Just cannot leave her alone on the floor.
Charles, trifecta for her. She's got 3. Speaking of threes, no.
Bob at number 3 trying to ring up a 3, and she missed. And back the other way comes number 4, Hunter. Up to Duda. She'll slide the paint right side in traffic, and she drew a foul. But really want to revisit your comments, Dwayne, which were excellent with regard to this whole student experience and what this little small portion of what we're doing with this broadcast does. And we were talking about it with Brittany Boland's parents who are here today, Bill Boland and Denitria.
Right.
And
Denitria,
and the grandfather, Bill Sr., is here with his wife, Gloria. And they talked to that very thing about them living in Texas and the grandfather and grandmom living in another part of the country where they tie into these ball games, these broadcasts, and a chance to just really stay attuned to what's going on with Double B and the rest of the team. Both free throws at the line were made as we go to 48-36 lead.
Duda now has double digits now, Charles, with 10 points, 4 two-point baskets and those 2 free throws. And now they come up with the steal here.
They go back the other way. Hunter with it right side. Down in the corner, back up top. She pushes to Nelson. Now inside, Duda working on Roberts. 14 to shoot now for the Lady Badgers. Hunter slides back behind the arc with 7, fires from out there and knocked it down.
Wow. Kaylin Hunter.
Only 2 on that one, Walker.
Yes, sir.
Big field goal nonetheless for the Lady Badgers.
She's got 8.
Their largest lead of the ball game. Michaela on the move, left side jumper, back of the arm. Rebound, Philly King out on the floor. Philly to the rack, and she knocks it down right side.
Philly King gets on the board for the first time, and now it's a 12-point lead, 50-38.
On the arcs, Nelson with the basketball. Yolanda slides a paint, running jumper by her off the mark. Rebound. Double B comes away with it for Tuskegee. Interesting talking to Brittany's father, Bill. And he said he was listening to the ball game, and he said, "Did I hear you call her Double B?" I said, "Yeah, we call her that." He said, "You know, when I heard it, I couldn't believe it because that's my nickname, Double B."
What?
Yeah.
Wow. The coincidence of it all.
Indeed.
So, wait a minute. So that was the dad's nickname as well coming up?
Indeed it was. I was surprised to hear it. That's
wow.
exactly what he said.
Won't he do it?
Yeah, he will.
Won't he do it?
He sure will. He said he just put a little pressure on Brittany after you heard that. He said, "Now you know you got to really live up to that Double B billing now."
Right.
Glad to have him here on this Saturday afternoon at Tuskegee. Right side, this is Hunter. Sliding at the block and going back the other way. She's trying to get some space there on Samaya. And creative with the elbow.
Referee Sharika Brown with the call. And that will have a substitution. Ariel McElroy will check back into the game.
It's Hunter's first personal. Boland picks it up at the back court as we go to the 2-minute mark. Brittany hard push right side and left the basketball inside the paint. Over to the Badgers. Hunter behind the arc, left side at the block to go to Duda. One-on-one inside the paint to the glass. Oh my! Just as awkward looking as it can be, but she knocked it down.
She's got Jamal Wilkes. She's channeling him. She's channeling Detlef
Dwayne
Shrimp.
Walker.
She's channeling Jack Sikma. I'm seeing a lot of different players here.
Rick Barry, somebody.
Did that too.
Wow, she's coming from all angles. Basketball will stay with Tuskegee on that tie-up.
Charles, what's amazing is this young lady, she transferred over. She went to a school called Arkansas Tech at one time, and it didn't work out for her there, and she decided to take a chance on Spring Hill College, and boy, has it worked out for her.
She's from Poland originally, as Malik handles in the right corner. Michaela's got some space, dumps it at the block to Jasmine. Jasmine, hard push left side, got a whistle, and the layup.
There's an answer right back, Charles, so maybe this will be the charge. At some point in this second half, Charles, hopefully sooner rather than later, you realize that as it relates to the regular season here at home, this is it. And if you're a senior, you've got to find a way to dig down deep and finish the drill here.
Jasmine from the line finishes the three-point effort there with that free throw.
9 points for her.
On Nelson on the inside, Walker. Not sure, though.
The important thing is that Manuel caps off the and one three-point play.
Out front, Duda handles. We're at 66 seconds left in the third. Nelson, double dribble, pardon me. Jumper from the free throw line, missed there, but a rebound at the block by Hunter. And the spinner is good right side.
Hunter amongst the trees. She's really been impressive so far in this game, Charles. She's in double digits now with 10 points.
64-41. 44 seconds left in the third. Tuskegee trailing it. They go down at the block, Jasmine. Jasmine slides across the floor and got another layup.
Excellent entry pass by Ariel McElroy. She put just enough steam on it to get past the defender and into the awaiting arms of Jasmine Manuel.
28 seconds left in the third. Tuskegee's getting what it wants on the offensive end of the floor. They've got to stiffen up a little bit on defense to get that deficit cut.
Keep talking about these double-digit figures now. Manuel now with 11.
In the corner, head fake there by Hunter. Whistle and a carry of the basketball.
I mean, it was cute, though. I like the move, Charles. little hezzy, a little hezzy carry. I call that the hezzy carry combo.
We call it turnovers. 9 to shoot before the end of the third. They got it in the hands of Double B. She'll slide left side, trying to get past Duda. Space, Double B. Spinners off the mark. Jasmine put back. Can't get it to fall. But a whistle with 0.6 seconds remaining.
We call that manual labor, Charles. Look at her crew, Charles. They're happy about it. Look at the smiles on the faces there. Yeah. Look at Mom enjoying the action.
All right, so at the line, Jasmine trying to close out this third period. Important Tuskegee can take it to under double digits.
Charles, of course, Jasmine Manuel from the St. Louis area.
Leads the team in 3 categories. Missed there, put back by Boland. It would not have counted had she converted. So we come to the end of the third. The deficit is 10 for Tuskegee. They trail at 54-44 to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. We'll take a timeout and bring in the final quarter here on the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Sports Information Director at Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go Tigers!
Hey, Tuskegee! This basketball season, shop the latest clothing, gifts, and of course, basketball merch from your one and only Tuskegee University bookstore. Visit us in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. See you soon.
Charles, there you can look at our fabulous 5, our seniors for tonight. Wow, look at from right to left, Ariel McElroy, Samaya Abdur-Rahim, Brittany Boland, Jasmine Manuel, and Michaela Malik. All 5 right there. Goodbye for some, Charles, and others, who knows, Charles? They may return. Some of those kids, part of that 2020 class, part of COVID, and were granted an extra year. We'll see how it all unfolds.
Well, at least a couple of those players that were shown right there, or right there where you're talking about, could likely be back if they make that decision. Underway, 4th period of play here at Tuskegee. Sliding down inside the paint. Basketball over to Tuskegee. That time Hunter just slipped on the surface. Up the floor to McElroy. Ariel hard push to the glass. Amac got the basket.
Let's see if they can make a run here, Charles. McElroy now with 4.
Cut it to under 10 now. See if they can make a charge early here in the 4th. Up top with the basketball, Hunter for the Badgers. She'll slide left side, back up Duda. Duda squares for three. That one bounces around and she missed. Look at Amac go get that rebound for Tuskegee. Pushes it out to Double B. Boland up on the floor now. Slides left side, lead behind for Jasmine. Jasmine can't finish. What a wraparound pass there from Double B.
Oh, wow, Charles. She left the package right there on the doorstep.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Half court set for the Badgers. Hunter out front. We're at 8:45 left in the contest. Tuskegee trailing 54-46. Hunter got some space to the glass, missed on the bank shot.
Same.
Jasmine runs it down for Tuskegee.
So Manuel still a little disgusted that she wasn't able to hit that bunny right there on that beautiful dish by Boland.
Hey, Abdul Rahim for three. Samaya front of the iron on that one. Nelson clears for Spring Hill. At the block, Duda. Got a balance, missed on the shot. It's a little bit deep under the cylinder, had to come back into the field of play. The missed shot sends it back to Tuskegee. Samaya now. Up top to Double B.
8-point deficit, 8 minutes to play in the fourth.
Dump pass at the block, Jasmine to the rack, and that one falls good for Jasmine.
Oh, listen, Charles. Manuel dialed it down a second. She could have gone aggressively up towards that basket, but she recognized the smaller player was below her, and she gingerly went up with the basketball to score the bucket.
Coach Priesel going to take a time out here trying to preserve that lead. 7:42 remaining in the contest, and Tuskegee is taking that deficit down from 54 to 48 now.
There you get a look at Jasmine Manuel's people, Charles. In from St. Louis, I would presume.
Tuskegee trailing. TNT Fireworks broadcast coverage of Tuskegee University basketball is brought to you by TNT Fireworks, America's best-selling brand of and the largest distributor of consumer fireworks. Coverage also provided by Booster Digital Displays, proud sponsor of our coverage. As an exclusive provider of the digital storage table inside Daniel Chappie James and the new state-of-the-art Jumbotron and scoreboard at Cleve Abbott Stadium, Booster Digital Displays is committed to boosting Tuskegee athletics to the next level. For more information on the affordable and innovative Booster Digital Displays product line, visit www.boosterdisplays.com. Right now, Tuskegee trying to give itself a boost here with 7:42 remaining. Nice surge of basketball last couple of minutes.
Charles, maybe they're texting back home since you said something about Jazz Emmanuel.
Oh, yeah. Mom said that's what she does. When she hears or sees someone talking about it, she gets it on the social media horn. And specifically gives it back to Jasmine afterwards. Tapped inside, good defensive work there by Amac for Tuskegee. Ariel across the timeline now, back over to Brittany. 7:30 remaining. Big trip here for Tuskegee with a field goal. Malik for three. Count it for Tuskegee.
Ooh, that was what they call pure, Charles. Second three-point basket for Michaela Malik, and just as pretty as the first one.
Yeah, she was pumped up after that one as well, backing down the court. Three-point basket, her second one in the contest. Lead down to just three now. Garrido, right side, whistles, and they call a jump ball. Jump ball, I think it's going to favor Tuskegee.
It will, yeah. Charles.
Had to go to the well to get that jump ball call, but I thought it was a travel before that. But Tuskegee will have it now. Chance to cut it to one or tie it with a triple. Boland works right side to Michaela. She'll slide on the weave to Samaya. Samaya hard push right side, up top. Left side move, Malik again, short shot missed. Fought for the rebound, they tie it up there. This time the Arrow's going to send it back the other way.
Boy, if Malik could have immediately gone after that basketball, having a sense that it was going to be short, she would have certainly gotten the offensive rebound. She sort of hesitated, and to he or she who hesitates, fill in the rest.
Well, you had 2 games to fill out the rest of that quote. You know, they'll probably just send you to Google or something. Let you get that quote finished for us here.
I need some thesaurus work. I can admit that.
Up top, Abdul Rahim whistled over her for the travel. So the turnover.
Yeah, Charles, she definitely took the marcha on that one.
We go to 6:25 left, and it remains a 3-point lead for Spring Hill. Up top, manhandles. Now Nelson, who's been kind of quiet here in the second half, banked on that shot. McElroy had it, but couldn't pull it in with both hands, as you always reference, Walker, there. Trying to do that one with one hand and just did not control the basketball.
Got some substitutions now, Charles. Bullard will check into the game, number 0 for her defensive tenacity, and Jasmine Manuel into the game also.
Entry pass to Nelson. They're trying to go right back inside to Duda on Manuel. Duda turns back away from the defense and missed on the shot.
I thought that was going to be a laugher.
For sure. It had every intention of going in, and we thought. She just kind of turns and goes with that shot. Amack for 3. Front of the iron there for Amack. Would have been big for her confidence and for this ball game as well.
Still no panic, Charles. We talk about this all the time. It doesn't matter what the deficit is at home. This team seems to respond when it counts.
On a weave now with it is Hunter. 11 to shoot. Now they go across the floor to Duda. Duda, runner right side, and she got it.
Charles, I am not laughing at the young lady. I'm just amazed at how it goes in. You can say what you want. You can say how it looks, but it's a bottom line business.
No doubt about it. Knocked that one down on the run. Michaela, left side underneath the defense with a scoop. Missed on the shot. Rebound to Garrido. Garrido right side now. Lead behind for Hunter. Now Nelson. Shot blocked there. Now a whistle's going to be called instead.
Going to say she was bumped from behind. And Charles, who they give it to? Oh, they gave it to McElroy. Okay, gotcha. Hey, Charles, there's a timeout on the floor with 4:57 to play with Spring Hill leading Tuskegee 56-51. Let's take a quick timeout. You're watching Golden Tiger basketball on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
From us at the Tuskegee University Bookstore, thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Shop exclusive TU gear in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. Go Tigers!
We're back inside of Chappie James Arena. As you take a look at our split screen there, some of those folks in the bottom screen to the left. There's a Brittany Boland's parents there, and the tight end on the woman in the gold jacket. That's Denitria there on the edge.
There she is.
Yeah. I saw her earlier today. I said, there's no doubt about it that you're Brittany's mom. They look just alike.
They did.
And if you pan back a couple of more rows, though, you'll see Bill Bolden right there in the light blue shirt. Somehow find some words of encouragement and for your work up here, Dwayne, in terms of just being appreciative of some of the things you're doing with your coverage. We had to pay him, of course, but
money well spent, however, Charles. Money well spent.
Indeed, I agree. You're right.
When Brittany's mom approached me up here, I'm looking at her like, why aren't you in uniform? Oh, wait a minute. She's like, no, I'm Brittany's mom. I'm like, oh, wow, I thought you were Brittany Boland.
Yeah. She saw you up here. She was going on a mad dash. I was up there talking to Bill, and she said, I'm going up to talk to Dwayne, right? I said, yeah, you got it right. That's the guy that controls this show. You're right.
No, absolutely not.
Nelson good of both at the free throw line that trip for the Badgers.
8 points now for Nelson.
Now we're in that window, Walker, with less than 5 remaining. Tuskegee within 3. And now it's climbed back up to 7. And inside there, Manuel can't finish on that. shot, and whistles inside the paint. Jump ball, Duda and Manuel, so Tuskegee has it on the arrow.
Boy, Manuel showed a lot of fight going after that basketball after the miss. You'd love to have that one back, but the Golden Tigers will have the ball back at least.
Four-game win streak on the line for Tuskegee. Amac quickly with the jumper, just can't find it. Basketball's loose. Boland runs it down behind the arc. Trying to get it to Jasmine at the block. Got it there. She squares on Duda. Slides across the paint. Up top, Malik foul line extended. Count that one.
Gorgeous. Malik has 8 points, 2 3-point baskets, and a field goal like that one.
You let her square up like that, she gets a good look. Nothing wrong with her form at all. Down to 5, the deficit. Hunter, half-court set for the Badgers. Garrido handles. 10 to shoot now for Spring Hill. Nelson bumping and grinding, got it tapped out of bounds. Shot clock won't reset, it's at 6. Spring Hill will have it though.
Charles, I believe it was a technical foul call. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And it probably came from Sharika Brown, the head referee. Let's see.
Ooh. So it gets Nelson, they're going to get for the tech.
Let's see. Watch the referee right there. Sharika Brown, watching technical right there. Listen, Charles, she don't take no guff, Charles. She's a very good official. She's the official signer at Atlanta area. It's a referee organization, very esteemed referee organization in the greater Atlanta area. She referees a lot of basketball. She's very good at what she does.
Boland knocks down these free points for Tuskegee at the line. Boy, that's a good help for Tuskegee to get that tech at this point in the ball game. You get to add a couple of points without the clock moving.
Yeah.
And you have the ball.
And Charles, let me say this about good refereeing. Good refereeing is such that you don't notice the referees. You know what I'm saying? It's like the game is played and you don't notice it until something like that happens. You're like, wait a minute. And then the call is so subtle, very professionally done.
Sure. That assessment gives that basketball to Tuskegee as well. So the deficit now down to 3 with 3:58 left. Brittany pushing hard right side. Over to Jaden. Bullet at the block now. Jasmine. Amac on the move left side. Rotor. Got it there. Amac on the run in the corner.
6 points for her.
How about the senior? Clutch play. Couple of good big field goals for her. Deficit down to 1 now. Nelson up top, Duda on the move, right side. She banked it from the front that time. Why not? She's been hitting from every other spot.
Duda. Did you use that one already? You used that one already.
It's okay, you can sing it.
Duda day. Wow.
Boland, space, grip shots off, rebound, Manuel. Jasmine put back right side. The trade rocks now.
Yes, sir. Jasmine Manuel going out with a bang here. Love it.
3:05 left. Across the timeline comes man. Tuskegee trails by a point. 3 minutes left in your ball game.
16 points for Jasmine Manuel. 60-59 to score.
Duda just going to work inside. Jasmine just with no answer for Duda on that first step by her. Half-court sets for Tuskegee now. On the weave, Bullard has it. Jaden slides left side, got to unload it. Does so out front to Amac. Double B for 3, spinner won't stay. Duda clears for the Lady Badgers. 2:19 left in the ball game. Tuskegee trailing by 3.
Charles, let's see if Duda throws up another prayer here. She's looking in the book of Deuteronomy, Charles. She has just been incredible with some of these shots that have gone in today.
Yeah, she really has. At the block, Malik with the block of the attempted shot by man on the inside. They've got 5 to shoot now. Duda knows it, squares for 3. Missed on the shot. Long rebound cleared by Bullard and Tuskegee.
If that shot had gone in,
47. Go walk.
If that shot had gone in, I think everyone in here would have fainted.
Probably not. We've seen so many of the ones that we thought would not go in.
Oh, careful, young man. Careful, young man. What's your name? Davion. Davion's tripping up in here. A legion of kids coming.
Kids coming in here. Yeah.
Look at them just marching in here. Let's get a shot of them marching in. Look at this right here. Look at it right in front of your screen. See the kids marching right in front of our cameras here.
Yeah, try to see if we can't get a read of where they're from.
Yeah, we got to find out where this group is from. Oh, I see their fearless leader in the front right there. Who?
Roberta T. Smith Elementary.
Roberta T. Smith Elementary in the building, Charles.
Yeah, they're from out of Georgia. Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Out of Georgia?
South side of Georgia.
South side of Georgia.
Atlanta, yep, South Atlanta.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Bolin at the free throw line missed on that jumper there to give Tuskegee at least to cut the deficit to 1 had she made it.
Charles, they traveled 2 hours to watch this basketball game here.
Yeah, combination of basketball players and cheerleaders with a good group here. On the weave, we're at 1:20 left. Down at the block, Duda. This time Jasmine facing, squaring up, knocked that basketball out of bounds.
Okay, Charles, really clutch time here just to give you an insider look what's going on. The Tuskegee Golden Tigers, Charles, we only have 1 timeout left. Spring Hill has 3.
There, that group from the elementary school. Enjoying some good basketball here. They just come into the building. Hunter at the block. Agrawal tried to swipe it from behind. Across with 66 seconds left. Jumper out front. That's off the mark. Amac clears for Tuskegee. 64 seconds remains. Let's see if they go quick here. Abdul Rahim challenges Duda at the block. Lost the dribble up top. Malik on the move. Michaela shot rejected there. Good defensive work there on the inside by Smith. Got a big block there for the Badgers. And a runner back the other way is off the mark. They'll have another look with it with 44 seconds left. And a timeout taken by Coach Priesel and the Lady Badgers.
Dan said, we're going to hold things up here. 17 seconds on the shot clock, 42 in the game clock. So, if you are Tuskegee, you are going to have to really buckle down here this last 42 seconds, but most importantly, this 17-second sequence. So it's a 1-possession game, Charles, right? So you can play good, strong defense and ride this thing out on this possession.
Well, you could see before that transition of the basketball, Tuskegee on their end were trying to get a shot off real early in that shot sequence. But they were not able to convert on the inside, really trying to get down there and see if they can spin a 2-for-1. But now with 42 seconds left, and you know Spring Hill's going to burn as much of that 17 on the shot clock as they can.
Right.
Garrido handles out front, tapped by Bolin. Now it's loose on the floor. Garrido, right side, pushes in the corner. 10 to shoot. Jumper there, knocked down in the corner. Easily done there by man. Oh, Smith, that is, got the 3-pointer. So Tuskegee really got to push now.
Attack and foul.
Abdul at the block. Jasmine lost it momentarily out of bounds over to the Lady Badgers.
All right, if you're Tuskegee right here, Charles, you have to have a sequence of fouls. Foul, 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 foul. There's one. Oh, no didn't call
there.
it.
Wow.
Oh, a steal.
They don't call that one. Bounce pass over the left side to Maya. She scores 20 seconds. Took a timeout.
Okay, Charles, let them play.
Took the timeout.
And she wants an explanation as to why a foul wasn't called by Sharika Brown. Letting them play. So, Charles, with 20 seconds to play, 65-61 the score. And if you're Tuskegee, you want to immediately foul if you can't get a steal. You have to try to put Spring Hill into the bonus to send them to the free throw line.
Trying to get a number to read from that free throw line in this basketball game. I think the latest we had was at halftime. And we're just 4 of 7 at that point during the contest from the free throw line. We'll take a look at the hot spot chart here. Tuskegee spots illuminated in crimson or circles with the crimson and number tells you the player and where they hit that field goal. The numbers in white is where shots were taken that were not made.
So, Charles, you want to go for the steal here. If you don't get it, you want to foul right away. Foul. Foul. Foul.
They catch up with her and they put her on the line.
See, Charles, you're letting, no, not put him on the line yet because we still have 3 more to give. But my point being, you have to foul immediately. You can't let any time go off the clock.
This time, Garrido will reset it again.
Same premise here, Charles. Go for the steal. If you can't get it, you foul.
Entry pass.
Foul.
Inside. There it is right away. Amac commits that foul. 16 seconds left.
Yes, sir, Charles. Rinse and repeat. Need 2 more here. Foul.
Front to Duda. And Roberts jumps her immediately.
And let's see if that's who you want at the line,
No,
Charles.
it's not Duda.
It's not Duda?
84% from the line. She's second in the conference from the free throw line.
Next
That's
one
why
we're
they're
shooting.
running it right to her.
Oh, got a foul.
They get it back across the floor to Nelson. She's able to burn a couple of seconds off the force, and Maya catches up with her for the foul.
Yeah, Charles, no need to let any time elapse off of the clock. If you can't come up with the steal, you immediately foul. But the good thing here, Charles, if you want to look at it good, we'll see after this free throw attempt.
Nelson to shoot those. The redshirt senior from Gulfport, Mississippi, transfer from Lane College. Nelson got the first.
Charles, what a story she has been, Charles, coming from that PCL injury that knocked her out of average. She said, I said, are you playing tonight? She said, yeah. She said, I just have to be heavily equipped.
You take a look at that right leg. She is definitely heavily equipped, and she missed the second. Timeout taken by Coach Wester and Tuskegee with 11.2 seconds left, trailing by 5. Definitely got to go early here quick, Walker.
Definitely, Charles. You want to get this basketball and you want to drive aggressively to the basket. I'm sure Coach Dan Pressel is telling his girls, do not foul, because he doesn't want the clock to stop. But if you're on offense and you're Tuskegee, you want to take the ball immediately to the basket, try to score, try to draw a foul if you can and score, and then think defensive-minded. You're going to have to immediately commit a foul after your made basket. And the other team gets the ball in bounds. Either you try to steal the ball. If you can't steal it, you want to commit a foul. So there's a lot going on simultaneously at the same time that you have to consider looking ahead, if that makes sense.
It does.
Are you serious?
Into it. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody disagrees with you.
Well, Charles, sometimes you look at me with the eagle eye.
Well, you keep telling me you've been doing this for 18 years, so you know basketball, right? I'm going to go with you.
Okay, all right.
Samaya will inbound it just beside Coach Wester.
But again, Charles, I want to reiterate, you do not have to shoot a 3 here, even though you're down by 5. You need to attack the basket and see what happens there. Immediately.
After the play on the court now, Boland with the three-pointer, and she knocked it down.
Good. Yes.
See if they foul right away here.
Right
they
here.
Try to dump it
Foul.
in the backcourt.
There you go.
Get a foul there. 7.3 remaining.
Charles, that's even
first
better.
half of the equation, yeah.
That's even better. You had to get something up quick. That's what they did. You wanted to come away with a three-pointer, either driving to the basket and collecting a foul or doing it that way, hitting a 3, immediately fouling, and that's where we are, Charles, with 4 seconds. Now we're going to hope for a miss here. Needed to miss 1 of 2 of these because you're going to have a shot if she misses 1 or 2.
Hunter at the line. 73% free throw shooter, and she got the first.
Charles, no timeout, so you're going to have to hurry this basketball up the court. You might consider letting it roll. She missed. Come on, Brittany.
Brittany trying to hustle it across the timeline, but they're going to run out of time here.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yeah, they just had too much difficulty trying to get it across the court because the mid-stripe there. And the Lady Badgers pull an upset here. They win it 67-64.
Well, Charles, let's keep this game in perspective. Yes, of course, you would have loved to have won this one. And even though the Golden Tigers record will fall to 8-2 here at home, the fact of the matter is they're still really entrenched in 3rd place in the SIAC West. So very little chance of very little movement, if you will. So I think they're solidified for the number 3 position as it relates to the tournament, even with these couple of ball games left.
Yeah, let's get back to the stats in just a minute, but I want to emphasize your point about the standings at this point, Walker.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt them that much because you look at the teams beneath them, the space between Lane, the 4th place team, conference-wise. It gets a little tighter, but it's just not enough basketball left. And remember, they played during the course of the season. They split during the regular season. So not a lot of movement from the bottom up, pressuring Tuskegee. I think the real thing was that she wanted to win this ball game with perhaps the idea of catapulting Kentucky State if they were able to go back on the road and beat Kentucky State when they play them next weekend.
Well, Charles, that right now is a pipe dream because there's not a – well, no, excuse me. Let me correct myself because Tuskegee still has 11 conference wins. Kentucky State also has 13 conference wins as it stands now, so we will have to wait and see on that. So there's still mathematically a chance, Charles, because they will play a head up a little later next Saturday. Next Saturday. And then on the other side, looking down at Lane has already played 17 games compared to our 16, so they're not going to catch us, Charles. So the worst we can do is third in the division, right where we're at right now.
Yeah, agreed. That's exactly where we'll stand if we were playing today. But you referenced the 2 ball games that are left. Something could happen where they mathematically have a chance to take that number 2 spot.
We need Kentucky State to lose the rest of their games.
Thank you for throwing that up, Eric. If we take a look, another live shot down in Savannah, all that the precursor to where we're going to be down there on the coast, starting on the 3rd. That's a Sunday to get SIAC basketball action underway from Savannah State University.
Were you just speaking French? It sounded like you said we. Said we are going to be in Savannah. Is that what you said? I just want to get it on record, Charles. Hey, man, I just want to get it on record. You heard it. You saw it.
Yeah. I have no clout down there. We have no clout down there. Tuskegee falls this afternoon as the pep band makes its way inside of Chappie James as they get set for the senior celebration here on Senior Day, recognizing the players and the cheerleaders and some of the training staff at Tuskegee who volunteer their services for Tuskegee throughout the course of the year. That's going to be handled by the athletics department. It'll be Deputy Chief Athletics Director Deborah Rogers instead of Coach Ruffin. Coach Lady Ruffin away on school business today, so Deborah Rogers will be making the presentations on behalf of the athletics department to show their level of appreciation for these players, cheerleaders, and trainers. Training staff, we don't talk very much about them, but the student trainers, Alicia Roper, she's a political science major from Chicago, Illinois.
Man, I think that's the girl that beat me down in the free throw shooting contest. That's the manager, right, Julius?
Yeah, it is.
I think about her all the time, about how she beat me down. That wasn't very nice of the team manager, Charles.
I got to put you in your place. Stay up top. Seniors for Tuskegee. We had a shot of them early on. Perhaps we could throw them back on the screen again just to take another look at the 5. A couple of those 5 possibilities. We don't know if they'll come back for another year. They do have a year of eligibility left. But right now, the celebration getting set to take place at midcourt.
Ooh, Charles, I just caught something. Now check this out. The senior parents are gathering down in the corner, and it took Jasmine Manuel's folks a minute to respond, Charles. Could that mean something? Could Jasmine Manuel be returning to the fray? Because you got to keep this in mind, Charles, that the class of 2020 was a very special class. And as we take a look at the parents gathering.
I like what your comments. You're making an excellent point because you're getting into the COVID thing, correct?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. So, and we're recognizing the cheerleaders right now. Looks like we have, is that?
That's Alexandria Lauren Hayward, the cheerleader that's being introduced here.
Out of Los Angeles, California. She's an elementary education major. She has her cousins out there with her.
Alea Birdsong, Ayana Williams, and Juanita Long, the 3 that are escorting Alexandria at midcourt.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say, Charles, was that the class of 2020, very special class, because those are the young ladies, young men and women that didn't get an opportunity to play their season, and as a result, the NCAA granted them an extra year of eligibility if they so chose.
So the question does loom about Jasmine and perhaps Brittany Boland as well in regard to that. Out there being introduced now is Kiara Smith, hometown from Phoenix, Arizona. Majors animal, poultry, and veterinary sciences. Her mother, Amaya Davis, and brothers Tyree and Taki Davis, all out as a part of the celebration of the senior cheerleader for Tuskegee. Congratulations to her, Alexandria, and Isley.
And these young ladies, Charles, put in a whole lot of work.
Our first senior is Michaela Malik.
Tuskegee women's basketball now, Michaela Malik. Fine performance here in her final contest here in Chappie, James. And Michaela being escorted out onto the court to join the rest of the seniors.
Wow.
Didn't have a rundown in terms of who was escorting the players. Coach
Charles.
Lester and Coach Jones prominently in that shot. Congratulating the senior.
Really a surreal moment for these young ladies, Charles. Even though this is the last home game, there's more basketball to play. Kind of hits home when you realize this could potentially be it for your basketball career, competitively anyway.
Yeah, that's how you kind of measure it. When you get to that last home ball game of the season, then you know you got a couple more on the road you could be looking at. Well, this could just be wrapping up completely.
Yeah.
Everything else is premised on what you do in the tournament. And as you referenced, now Jasmine coming to the middle of the court with her contingent.
Yeah. And Charles, for some of these young ladies, it's the end of a long road after this season of so many years of playing school basketball, playing AAU travel basketball, and it really gets these young ladies ready for this moment. There's a study that says, here come the Bolands right now, Charles, who you mentioned earlier.
Brittany Boland being introduced now here, Walker, and she's listed as a junior on the roster. That's because of her playing eligibility, but she has the standing of a senior and could elect not to do that final year. She's one of those ones in that scenario.
Oh, Charles, she came fanned up, did she not?
Yeah, got that number floating at the balloons and everything.
Mom and Dad, Bill was there.
Demetria, the grandparents, Bill and Gloria.
Okay.
Everybody there. Yeah.
Gather around, everybody.
Ooh. She's one of the favorites here at Tuskegee for her time here as a player.
Yeah.
And one of those leaders of that team as well. Samaya Abdul-Rahim, she's being introduced here inside the arena.
No relation.
She'll tell you that in a heartbeat. She's got her own reputation as Rahim. And Samaya logged some great minutes for Tuskegee during the course of the regular season. A couple more ball games on the road, Kentucky, and then in Frankfurt, into Ohio at Central State at Wilberforce. Then it's on to the tournament. So once you get past those final two regular season games, Walker, it's really on you and your team as to whether you continue play.
Yes. And Charles, I know they'd love nothing more as we see the McElroys come out.
Indeed. Had a chance to talk to her father at, I believe it was at the LeBoy game in their small gym up there in Memphis. And we had a chance to really get acquainted there. And he too is just thankful for our coverage to be able to expose AMAC as much as we were able to. And AMAC just being put into that position of having to really man that defense for the offense for Tuskegee in terms of handling the basketball. So that pushed some of her scoring output down. But our output was felt in different categories this year.
And Charles, there's been a couple of seniors that were willing to come in here and take on different roles. Samaya Abdul-Rahim, who you mentioned earlier, Charles, you talked about how hard she worked during the offseason to work on getting stronger and working on conditioning, Charles, and we really saw the payoff this season.
Yeah. So all the seniors there. Going to get in for a group photo here. We certainly extend our appreciation to all these student athletes and students who contribute to Golden Tigers athletics. Great scene here on Senior Day at Chappie James. Tuskegee, although they lost this basketball game, broke that 4-game win streak. Celebration of these seniors still just as impactful nonetheless.
No question. I promise you they'll remember it. Wow. Just a precursor.
Stefan Smith across the way handling the pictures. I know that everybody's going to be satisfied with what they see with
this brother.
Stefan. Yes, sir.
Man, I see this brother's stuff on the Tuskegee website, and the pictures are just out of this world. They're outstanding.
Take a look at him there, squaring up again to try to shoot. But you know what? It's funny you mentioned you were talking about that with the officials. Like a good official is a guy that, or a woman that you just don't see during the course of the ball game.
Right.
Stefan's the same way. You don't really see him out here doing all that work.
Right.
But when he comes up with your photos, he's like, wow, you must have been right there on top of him.
Right. Does an outstanding job.
Indeed,
outstanding.
So celebration over here. Men did not have any seniors on this team. That's why we didn't get any representation from them, which is a good news story for Coach Benchy Taylor and Tuskegee. We talked about it all season long, that it's a young and developing team. We're getting set to see this team coming up in men's action momentarily here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Tuskegee falls 67-64 on the women's side. Tuskegee now at 14-7 on the campaign and 11-6. Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, they get a much-needed win. They push their mark to 6-15 overall and 6-11 in the SIAC. That one in the books. We'll take a break and get you set for men's action here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.